Hello everyone, Speedrunner 0-18 here, and welcome back to episode 12 of the Pokemon Speedrun Analysis series, where we see how fast a Pokemon can potentially beat a certain game. Before we get started, thank you all for 600 subscribers. The next video after this one will be redoing my Kanto Bird versus race with my new rule set. It will also come out on my 20th birthday as well, so it'll also be my 20th birthday special, a tradition I've done since I was 17. Now, let's get to the current video. In the previous episode, we did Poliwrath in yellow version, and it was just a very good Pokemon overall, but a lot of Poliwrath's resets came from Hypnosis being a terrible move, worse than Sleep Powder, but better than Sing. Plus, Poliwrath being part fighting did not help in the slightest. Today, we're going to see how fast Poochyena can beat Pokemon Leafgreen after intense routing and grinding. This is the second 386 speedrun challenge Pokemon I'll be redoing with my current rule set, which you can see on screen, as well as in the description for future reference. Poochyena is a Stage 1 pure Dark-type Pokemon. It was the Route 1 Pokemon for the Hoenn games, as you can tell by its stats. Yeah, this is really freaking bad. Plus the fact that Dark is special in Gen 3, so it doesn't utilize Poochyena's attack stat. However, Dark being special does have advantages, which I'll go over in the run as it happens. Poochyena doesn't get too many TM options either. It can learn Dig, but I don't know if I'll use it. We'll just have to see how the run goes. Before we get into it, if you happen to like this video and would like to see more, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really means a lot to me on our journey to 1,000 subs. Now, let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, go! Poochyena starts with two moves, Tackle and Howl. This isn't a bad combo to start with, since Howl raises attack and Tackle is a physical move. Charmander goes down to just Tackle spamming after one Howl. While we do the Oak Parcel crap, I want to go over some changes to the overlay. I got the game time added for Leafgreen since GameHook is finally able to map it. However, since the game time is dynamic memory, meaning it constantly moves, whenever a new area is loaded, the game time may look a bit bugged out before going back to normal. This is just going to be something we have to accept. Also, since I added the game time, I had to move the reset counter to over the gameplay and eliminate the current level. I think this is a fair exchange. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Now for the Poochyena I went with. I gave Poochyena all 31 IVs in each stat, and the hasty nature, which raises speed and lowers defense. Poochyena has piss poor defense as it is, and it needs all the speed it can get. I also made Poochyena a female. If you want to know why, look back at my Aggron video. Now, let's get to the run. After doing the parcel crap and catching a Rattata and Pidgey for later, I go to the mart to buy some potions, antidotes, and paralyze heals. We have to grind until level 13 to learn Bite, because there is no way Brock is going down with Tackle, even if we set up 6 Howls, which we have no way of doing. We'll be fighting every trainer in Viridian Forest as well as wild Pokemon until we get to level 13. I did try to fight the optional rival in routing, but Pidgey's sand attack made it really inconsistent, so I just don't bother with him. Go montage! When we hit level 13, the trainer in Brock's gym, as well as Brock himself, goes down with Bite. This is why I'm fine with Bite being special in Gen 3, since all the Pokemon here have way worse special defense than defense. Also, those resets you see on screen were all during the bug catcher grind, since Poochyena is that freaking bad. After defeating Brock, I heal at the center, buy some repels and other stuff from the Pewter Mart, and battle the Route 3 trainers. I fight everyone here, even the youngster down the ledge that no one ever fights. In routing, Rival 2 was really difficult to figure out. I did, however, find out the minimum level I have to be, which is 23. I tried it at other levels in routing, but to no avail. I fight these trainers so I can get to level 23 before Rival 2. I also fight every trainer in Mount Moon as well. Poochyena is so bad I save before every damn fight. I think you get the gist of this. Let's skip straight to Rival 2. After arriving at Cerulean City, I heal at the center, get the rare candy, grind on wild Pokemon until level 23, It also helps that the Spearow and Rattata give speed EVs, which Poochyena needs a ton of. In routing, I'd use rare candies I'd hack in to skip grinding, and if I candy to 23, my speed is just able to match Pidgeotto's, or just be one higher, but with the EVs, my speed is way better than its. So that's why I grind, so I can save the candies for later. After that training, I go and fight Rival 2. This fight takes a couple of tries, but the gist is that Pidgeotto's a 3-hit with Bite, and Charmander's a 2-hit. The Rattata can be threatening with Quick Attack, but luckily it comes out second, because if it comes out after Charmander deals damage to me, Quick Attack can be pretty deadly. This is something I had to deal with for the future race video. Despite me being a higher level than everyone else, the Route 24 and 25 trainers still put up a fight, especially the camper with the Mankey on the Nugget Bridge. It doesn't help that Poochyena's moveset is so limited. I still have Bite and Tackle to use, but not for long. I fight the Hiker and the Camper trainer, so that way, the Camper moves and lets me get the TM for Secret Power. This is basically the TM for Body Slam for the remakes. In Leafgreen, Body Slam is a tutor move on the Sevi Islands in the post-game, so we don't get it. But Secret Power is a 70 base power move with 100% accuracy. Most Pokemon learn it, and in a normal grassy overworld, which most battles are in, the move has a chance to paralyze. After rescuing Bill and getting the SS ticket, I defeat every trainer I skipped on Route 24 and 25, and then I heal at the center, defeat the innocent bystander, and enter Misty's gym. I defeat the trainers in here as well. I need all the training I can get. You probably know why. I don't need to explain it. Do I? Do I? Now for Misty. The plan here is just to spam Bite. Getting a flinch helps, but what else helps is that Starmie is weak to Dark. I also have the Persim Berry equipped in case of confusion from Water Pulse. After getting the Cascade badge, I go to Route 6, get the Citrus Berry and Rare Candy, and defeat everyone on this route, and then heal at the Vermilion Center where I get the Versus Seeker. I'm really glad this was the game this item was introduced in. It is really helpful for these runs. I can go to gyms at the minimum level and just grind later for the league if I need to. I cannot do that in Emerald, as you can tell in my Aggron run. The fact that there is no Versus Seeker to battle trainers that will in that game means a lot of fights I have to be insanely over leveled, since if I have to be a high level for the league, I have to fight trainers literally the entire time and I'm just freaking over leveled. On the SSN, I go straight to Rival 3. Now this Pidgeotto is a 2-hit, but can still f me over with Sand Attack. On Raticate, I made sure to kill it with Secret Power at the end, since when Kadabra comes out, it will use Disable turn 1, so I don't want it to disable Bite. After getting cut, I defeat the Gentleman and the Lass who guard the Rare Candy in Red and Blue, but is an X attack in the remakes. I do this to get to level 31, which is the minimum level I fight Surge at. After leaving the ship, I reset since I forgot to get the Trash Can Berries, so I fight the rival again. Oops. After getting the berries for real, I leave the ship, teach Cut and Dig to Rattata, defeat Gentleman Tucker, and go battle Lieutenant Surge. The plan here is just to spam Bite. I have the Cherry Berry equipped in case of paralysis, but that doesn't happen and I win the fight first try. That is honestly surprising. Poochyena can't even defeat basic nobodies in one try, yet he defeats the Lieutenant? Let's just move on now. That is just crazy. After that, I get the bike voucher, run back to Cerulean, heal at the center, get the bike, and battle the Route 9 Rock Tunnel Gauntlet of Trainers. None of the trainers were that difficult though. I do pick up the Cherry Berry right in front of Rock Tunnel. Without the ability pickup or the post game, the only Cherry Berries we get are the one on the SSN in this spot right here. So these berries, I'm gonna make sure they're put to good use. It is nice to have a super effective move on the Slowpoke, since these things are usually the hardest thing to take down in this gauntlet. After defeating all the trainers in Rock Tunnel, it is now time for the final trainer on Route 8. Usually it is the Gamer, but in my routing, he just keeps spamming Roar. So instead, I equip the Chesto Berry I got off the SSN and fight the last with 2 Clefairies. Plus, being a female avoids her Pokemon's Q-Charm ability, which works like Attract, so that's nice. but the real reason Poochyena is a female is for later in the run. After the Gauntlet is done, I arrive at Celadon City, heal at the center, and do the rocket hideout. I fight the bare minimum here. I am no longer just grinding on trainers I meet on the way to a hard fight, since I have the Versus Seeker and I can just use it when I need it. While here, I get the black glasses to boost dark moves by 10%, max ether, the lift key, rare candy, and the calcium to gain 10 special attack EVs, defeat the guards, and battle Giovanni. His first two Pokemon are almost always pushovers, but his Kangaskhan is a freaking tank. What I do here is use 2 sand attacks to hope he just misses moves, since Mega Punch is only 85% accurate to begin with. Then I just spam Secret Power for the chance to paralyze, which does happen and I win first try. I then dig out of the hideout, get the tea, and go shopping. Besides the usual super repels, I buy a ton of antidotes for later, and my vitamin of the day is calcium. I buy 2 of them. I was supposed to buy 3, but I think I bought 1 too many super potions or something since I'm $1,000 short. But I'll be back later anyway, I'll just get it then. I get the HM for Fly, teach it to Pidgey, and I go fight Rival 4 in Pokemon Tower. I equip the Citrus Berry before the fight starts since Gyarados takes 3 to 4 hits to kill, and the Citrus Berry heals a flat 30 HP in this game, so that erases one of the thrashes it can deal to me. Without this berry, this fight is a lot more risky. After sending the Marowak to hell by biting its soul in half, I rescue Mr. Fuji from her grasps, get the Poké-Flute, the TM for Return, which is going to be Poochyena's best normal type move, and then I fly to Celadon City and do the Safari Zone part of the game. I get the rare candy on Cycling Road as well as the Max Elixir, and in the Safari Zone I get the Full Restore, Protein, Gold Teeth, the TM for Double Team, and the HM for Surf. You're probably thinking to yourself, "Hey Speed, why did you get it if Double Team is banned in your runs?" Well, not exactly. If you want to know where this is going to be used, here's a hint. Look back at the rule set in the description. That should give you an idea on how hard the endgame is. After flying out of the Safari Zone, the first gym leader I fight is Erica. I fight every trainer in here for the quick XP. The next very important minimum level I have to beat is 65 for Koga. I am not kidding with you guys. Poochyena is that bad. I think that's the 3rd or 4th time I've said it so far. In routing, no matter what absurd level I went at with Koga, I just could not defeat Koga at all unless I was level 65. After defeating the gym trainers in here, I equip the second Cherry Berry I got at Rock Tunnel and spam Crunch on Erica. It takes a couple of tries since I could still get stun spored by Vileplume as well as Victory Bell, and the Cherry Berry only works 1 time. After this, I heal at the Celadon Center, buy 21 super potions from the department store, as well as the calcium I couldn't afford earlier, and I grinded on the Route 16 bikers with the Versus Seeker. This was the reason I needed all those antidotes since these guys can poison me. Plus some of these guys have fighting types, so it creates a bad situation for Poochyena, so I'm gonna have to save before I fight every one of these trainers. Well, let's get to the grind. At level 65, I fly to Fuchsia City, heal at the center, and enter the gym. I defeat the required juggler with Crunch, which was taught over Bite, equip the Pecha Berry for Koga, and then face him. For Koga, I just spam Crunch. The stupid thing about this fight is that he has so many moves that can poison you, so the Pecha Berry will get used quickly, and then 2 turns later, Sludge poisons me or I'll get hit with Toxic again. After Koga, I go battle Rival 5 again in Silphco. This was a lot easier than before, but still difficult. I just spam Crunch. With Poochyena's limited move pool, you'll need to get used to some of these fights being repetitive, but not much I can do on that. The Rocket and Giovanni following Rival 5 was very easy to take on as well, so they're not worth mentioning. Before leaving, I get Lapras for Surf and Strength since I forgot to before Rival 5, as well as the rare candy on the 10th floor. I then dig out a Sylph, at least causing the multi-million dollars of damages not in front of the Sylph president, and I go battle Sabrina. Only her Venomoth can hit me with Leech Life, but before Gen 7, Leech Life was so weak even with Stab, so this didn't worry me at all. I fly to Fuchsia City, get the boulder candy, surf down to Cinnabar Island, and enter the mansion. I defeat Scientist Braden, who guards the rare candy, as well as obtain the secret key, and then I dig out, heal at the center, and go battle Blaine. My original notes had me fight him before the massive biker grind right after, but I ran into a similar problem with my original notes on Rival 5. The fight was still too inconsistent, so I decided to just do the grind first before facing Blaine. This grinding is so at the Pokemon League I hit level 100, since even at level 100, the champion is very inconsistent. Even at higher levels, the champion, or flat out Bruno of all people, is very difficult to pass through. This grind is absolutely needed, so let's get started. I do want to point out at one point in this grind, I entered a trainer battle without having enough moves, so I would lose the fight. But if I were to reset, I would lose literally the entire grind up to that point. I did not want to reset and lose an hour of grinding, therefore starting the run over, so I just rewind the emulator to before I fought the trainer. I know I never like to do this, and it does feel like cheating, but it was either do that, or completely start the run over. If I was forced to do the run over again, I would probably either cancel this video or delay it even further. I hope y'all understand. If I'd saved during the grind and only lose like a half hour or a few levels, that would have been different. I don't abuse this for luck and stuff like that. I did this because I did not want to start over. I could have left this out so you guys wouldn't know, but I want to be honest. Leave your hate mail in the comments below. Thank you. Now, with our level at 90, we defeat Blaine and Giovanni with ease. Rival 6 also didn't put up much of a fight at all. While going through Victory Road, I get the final rare candy on our path. As soon as we hit level 92 in the league, we'll use all 8 rare candies to get to level 100. I could have saved some earlier rare candies so we'd grind on the bikers less, but I'm never doing this run again. With that out of the way, let's get to the final 5 trainers. Let's do this shit! On Lorelei, she is just a simple crunch spam. She has 2 psychic types which are weak to dark moves, and while Confuse Ray from Lapras can be bad, I'm so over leveled it doesn't even matter. On Bruno, his fighting types can still do quite a bit of damage. What I do here is use Crunch on the Onix and use Return on the fighting types. My original notes said to use 2 Howls on Onix so the fighting types are 1 hits, but the speed drop from Rock Tomb kept getting me killed, so I removed it from my notes. Before Agatha, I use my candies to level 100, equip the Chesto Berry, and then I fight her. She is also just a crunch spam. Half of her team is weak to dark, so that's nice. Her second Gengar could live though, so the Chesto Berry is just in case I get put to sleep. On Lance, I have the Black Glasses re-equipped, and then the move Attract taught over Howl. Since I purposefully made Poochyena a female, she can use Attract on Lance's Aerodactyl and Dragonite, which gives a 50% chance of being stuck by Attraction. It's a good thing a lot of the hard fights in this game are ran by male trainers, so Pokemon being female on my side gives me an advantage. And the best part is, Attract gives me better odds of winning than Double Team. However, on the champion, even with Attract, the fight is still very luck dependent, especially with most of his Pokemon tanking 1 or 2 crunches. What I do on the winning attempt is teach Double Team over Sand Attack. Since I am level 100, I'm allowed to use the TM for Double Team, so I do it and I win the fight easily. I know this wasn't the absurd champion fight you were expecting, with tons of luck involved, but Double Team plus Attract was the best strat. It doesn't mean I'm going to go level 100 with every weak Pokemon. Trust me, I hate doing this grinding, and I'll only do it when there's no other choice. I also care about Pokemon going as fast as they possibly can, so that's another reason I hate to grind to level 100. But for now, Poochyena beat Pokemon Leafgreen with a real time of 3 hours, 41 minutes and 6 seconds, and a game time at the Hall of Fame of 9 hours and 4 minutes. This was a really bad Pokemon to beat the game with, plus the very limited move pool made this Pokemon so boring. but I tried my best to make the video entertaining for all of you. I also started recording my routing process, so if I have to explain why I do things a certain way, I can just show you parts of my practice run. I hope you really enjoyed this. In the next episode of the Pokemon Speedrun Analysis series, we'll be doing a 3-way race between the Kanto legendary birds. Who will be the winner of the trio? Only time will tell. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you in the next speedrun.